Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers with me, Herd 37. So we're here in Kansas City, KMCI, and in this episode we're going to go to St. Louis, KSTL. Raining like crazy here. Alright, when I saw it was raining, I went ahead and put in IFR instead of VFR. We'll cancel it as soon as we take off, though. Got our 9 peeps. This is a short flight, it's around 200 miles or so. So we'll just put it at like 40% fuel. We'll load it up with people. Should be able to put in a large amount of cargo. Let's try it for like 700 each. I think we should get that easy. Actually, we might go a little more. Can we go like 750? Put that back down. Here we go. Yeah, 750 will be easy. So we'll pick up a little more money with that cargo, because this is not a very long flight. Normal flight for the type and destination, as I said, KSTL.
Destination set.
Engine
Load her up.
Check flight
Sure, we got our
control.
peeps.
Check
Whoa.
headset able to. Check
do?
thrust lever. Check.
Alright. Yeah, gonna lose points already. So just raining. Put your belts on. Alright. Go up top here. So on battery 2, Gen 1, Gen 2, avionics 1. Turn on the nav and the beacon. Hit the starter. And get this into a low idle. Make sure we don't go flying here. Alright. Move that all the way up. Come back up on top and pitot heat and prop heat avionics 2. Turn all this on and we'll go ahead and hit up ATC, so we gotta get out of here. IFR clearance.
International, there is delivery, Charlie Tango 783, IFR to St. Louis, ready to copy. Charlie Tango 783, please clear to
Right,
St.
9,500
Louis
feet, by the way.
Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 9,000. Departure frequency is 118.9er, squawk 1607.
Alright, acknowledge that.
Charlie Tango 783, cleared at St. Louis Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 9,000. Departure on 1.
Like I said, we're gonna go 9,500.
Squawk 1607. Charlie Tango 783, feedback correct. Contact ground on 121.65.
Alright, turn on the tune in the ground.
International ground, Charlie Tango 783 with Tango, ready to taxi IFR. Charlie Tango 783.
27.
Taxi to and hold short of
What
runway
that's,
27.
is that left?
Taxiway Bravo 2, Bravo Alpha.
Actually, I don't
3,
even know where
Alpha,
27
Delta,
is.
Charlie 4, Charlie 1. Contact tower on 128.2 when ready.
Alright, we'll acknowledge that. See, this is 19, right? So 27 is going to be going basically perpendicular to that. Turn on the progressive taxi.
Charlie Tango 783.
Alright, this is for 27 right there.
Southwest 1573 with Tango, ready to taxi IFR. Southwest 1573.
Start our taxi light.
Short of runway 27 using taxiway Delta, Charlie 4, Charlie 1.
Turn that off, and we'll head on over. We'll go down here. I guess it's got to be perpendicular, so it must be clear at the end here.
Charlie 1, Southwest 1573.
Now it's got us going to the right to get across. Why don't we just go down to the left to get across? It seems to make more sense. Yeah, we're losing ground if we go that way just to come back around. Doesn't make any sense to me. Sometimes progressive taxi is just one big old fail. So we'll just stay over here. We'll cut across to the next one. So I guess 27, not 27 is going to be over here and come across. So that sucks because I'd rather go that way, obviously. But you can see the weather. I'm surprised this plane has weather down on the ground. Usually you got to get up in the air before it starts reporting the weather, the wind. We just have a 3-knot wind going that way. So I guess technically that would be correct. Yeah, those planes are going to be closer too, if they're at the gates. We don't have to wait too much on them. I'm not sure we'll have to wait on them at all. By the way, this airport, KMCI Kansas City, is by TropicalSim, and St. Louis scenery will be taxi to gate. It's decent scenery. One thing I don't like about taxi to gate, it seems on some of their scenery they do really good on like the actual airport, but on the street, the surrounding area, they kind of, it's not so good. Like in Hong Kong, like the mountains and stuff around the airport, they're just horrible. It's like they didn't do anything. They just did work on the actual airport. It's St. Louis, they did the buildings and everything, but the surrounding scenery is like that photoreal scenery. It just looks bad on the ground. When you're up in the air and stuff, it doesn't look so bad. But I think photoreal scenery is like the worst to use right at the airport because that's where you're going to notice it the most. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it's older scenery. I thought maybe 2012 or it's either 2012 or 2014. So I don't know. They do a really good job on the other series. They always do pretty good on the textures and stuff. It's just kind of the surrounding areas that kind of go cheap on it. Of course, put a link in the description to them both. Always do. Yeah, now we're over by the gates. Yeah, see, we're going to end up behind these Southwest planes, man. At least one of them. There's like 3 at least that have already called and are taxiing out. Of course, they're going to go down to the very end of the runway. We're going to do one of those intersection takeoffs. As usual, we don't need the whole runway. You can do that during daylight.
Ground, Citrus 430, taxi to the gate. Citrus 430, taxi to gate Bravo 52, via taxiway Echo Charlie Charlie 7.
Citrus, they just got in.
Bravo 52 via taxiway Echo Charlie Charlie 7. Citrus 430.
We'll go ahead and put out a notch of flaps. So that's going to be our runway right over there. I want to see exactly how far to the right the runway goes. See how far we've got a taxi. Slow down right here. It's probably, quite honestly, long enough for us to take off. I wonder how far down the next taxiway is. Alright, there's the next one. We'll go down to that one, and then we'll take off from there. We don't have to wait on the Southwest. Yeah, there's another one taking off right there. This is probably the guy that just came in. He might want a taxi right there. He might take off. He might want to come in on this taxiway right here. There's one right past it, so we can go to that one if we need to. He's on the taxiway, but where's he going to go to? He'll stop right here. AirTran. I have a feeling he might come in here. He's slowing down, didn't he? Well, no. Yes. Oh no! Don't hit me! Really shouldn't have stopped there. That's alright. Sorry, AirTran. I cut y'all. See, there's this guy taking off with the lights, and there's another guy right behind him taking off as well. Head over onto the tower. Oh, so we got no well, we can access it actually right here. Let's just make sure one more time that it is in fact long enough.
Southwest
Yes, long enough.
811, contact Kansas City, departure on 118.9er. 118.9er, Southwest 811.
How far are we going to have to go before... There we go.
International Tower, Charlie Tango 783, ready for IFR departure, runway 27. Charlie Tango 783, clear for takeoff, runway
Sweet.
27.
So we're actually getting before those guys. Knowledge of that.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27. Charlie
Landing
Tango
lights, strobe lights.
783.
Go ahead and get on the runway and get out of here. Good, we didn't have to wait around. We're very close to the end of the runway, but we should have enough. Alright, not quite full power. Airspeed's alive. Get up here.
International Tower,
Positive brake gear up. So nice to be in a small plane like this.
Seattle, Southwest 1573, taxi to position and hold. Position and hold, Southwest 1573.
Alright, go ahead and retract the flaps. I'd like to talk to them. Let me cancel my IFR. I'm surprised they haven't said anything to me yet. Should have already contacted me.
Charlie Tango 783, contact
There we go.
Kansas City, departure on 118.9er.
Acknowledge that.
118.9er for Charlie Tango 783. Southwest 1573.
Right, tune over to departure and contact
Kansas
them.
City, departure Charlie Tango 783 is at 1,800, climbing 900,000. Charlie Tango 783, Kansas City.
3012, that's what we've got.
3012. Charlie Tango 783, turn left heading 095, 2 mode navigation, climb and maintain 900,000.
Acknowledge that. They always say that before I can cancel it.
Climb and maintain 900,000. Charlie Tango 783. Kansas City, departure
Alright.
Charlie Tango 783.
Let's go ahead and bring up
Cancel
autopilot.
IFR.
Turn it on. Flight director navigation. Arm that. We're going to climb at 1200. Confirm our cancellation.
Cancel IFR, Charlie Tango 783. Charlie Tango 783, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200, maintain VFI, frequency change approved.
Thank you.
Kansas City departure, Southwest 1.
Let the look outside.
1,900, climbing 14,000.
Now, I guess this whole area is done by TropicalSim as well. It actually looks nice how it kind of blends in. You know where how this is all more brownish and everything? You got the green. Let me bring this up. have to listen to everybody talking. It actually does blend in fairly well over here. Considering, you know, when they make it, they don't know what the surrounding textures. I guess, I don't know, maybe they do. They do a pretty good job of blending it in. I'm not quite sure why everything is so much more brownish. I've never been to the St. Louis airport. Been there to St. Louis twice. We actually went over to I think it's, no, St. Charles. Go gambling on the boats. Pretty good time. Both times. Got, what is it? The two biggest ones are Ameristar and Harals. I think we went to Harals. We checked out Ameristar, but we won't like it near as much as Harals. Hares. Alright, let's, let's check out exactly how far this is. It says 202 from right here. And hour 15 minutes. Obviously, we're going to do that in less time than that. We're at 5,800 feet. I guess most of St. Louis is back over that way. Well, shit, maybe it's not. This side, you got nothing. This side. But I thought St. Louis was that way. I've always wanted to fly over and see the arch, because I never saw that when I went to St. Louis. Never saw the arch. Maybe that is St. Louis. I know it's on the river, obviously. So I guess that would be downtown and where the arch is, since that's where the river is. Although, like I say, I'm not sure where it exactly is because I never got to see it. I always wanted to see it when I was there. I don't know why every time I come over here I do this. I made a view for it, but I never use it. I was annoying myself because I always said I need to make the view and never did. Now that I made it, I never used it. So just forget about it. Right, we're under 200 miles, 7,300 feet. Like I say, we're going to go to 9,500. So I'll go ahead and speed it up. I don't have too far to go. Be back in just a bit. Everybody's slowing it down here. We're at 6,300 feet. We're about 27 miles out, descending down to 5,000. So let's see if we can find St. Louis. I remember we had trouble finding Kansas City. Hopefully this isn't so hard. For KSTL. Oh, St. Charles. That's where we went. There we go. Remember St. Louis Tower. Full stop landing.
St. Louis Tower, Charlie Tango 783 is 24 miles. To land. Charlie Tango 783. St. Louis
Left downwind 29. You always have to go around. I don't understand. You never get to come straight into an airport. Acknowledge that. C29 is basically straight back. And let's set up that out the way. There's the heading. And they said 29, correct? Yeah, 29. So let's go over to this. Find ourselves some procedures, if there are any for 29. I wonder if there's... Could that actually be 30? Although this is all 30 left or anything, so I guess there would be... Oh, there we do have ILS for 29. Hey, where'd it go? There we go. ILS for 29. Go ahead and activate that. I don't know why you have to turn it so many times before it'll start working. One of those weird things. Sorry, you can see it straight back. I'm going to go just a little more out to the right. Have a wider turn into the airport or approach. And let's go up here to the map. Find our elevation and the ILS frequency. 29. All right. Elevation is 600 feet basically. And ILS for 29 is 119.95. Wow, there's a bunch of runways. 111.95. We need to look at one thing, though. Which one is 29? Because there's 30 left and 30 right, and we're probably going to get those confused. Alright, so 29 is clear out here to the very, all the way to the left. Alright, 111.95. There we go. Switch that over. 111.95 here as well. There we go. Can't remember the exact heading of the runway. Is it 292 maybe? I can't recall. 600 feet, so we could go down to 3,600. Alright. And I will go ahead and put this full rich. There's the airport, big square. Let's go ahead and speed her up a little bit, though. Go to 2x. You know what I just realized? When I left, I was talking about St. Louis. Like, where's the arch and all that? That was Kansas City, not St. Louis. Oh man, what a dumbass. You were watching, thinking, what the hell is he talking about? He's going to St. Louis. So if it's clear to the left, although, yeah, it's going to be the furthest to the left over here. I Can't see it from here, obviously. So we got other planes coming on 29 as well. Yeah, southwest. Is that going to be downtown area? I thought downtown area is always like near the river. We got big buildings popping up over here. Yeah, where is the arch? It's down by the river. Hopefully, I'm sure it's in the game. Right? It's like a well-known landmark. Yeah, everything's on extremely dense, by the way. Let's see, 20, that's actually running pretty good. Especially with all this scenery and the airport scenery. Can't really complain with basically 30 frames a second. Now it kind of looks like maybe that's the downtown area. I can't tell if there's a river over there. Alright, well, we're at 3,600 feet. Holding. Maybe that's the river up ahead. It's closer to what looks like the downtown area. We're getting close to the turn. Let's just go ahead and turn up to 2x. Maybe once we cross the river, so then we'll be able to head left. We're actually heading a little bit too far out to the right. Actually, come back a little bit. Can't remember if the heading was 289 or 292.
Exit runway when able.
Actually turn right before. Yeah, that's the downtown. Oh, there's the arch right there, right there.
Southwest 1244, contact ground on 121.65. Going to
all right, we can go ahead and
Southwest
head on over. I knew the arch was going to have to be in the game. It's a big landmark. Famous landmark. St. Louis, the arch and beer. That's St. Louis is known for, and baseball, I guess you could say. And Cardinals, they seem to win so damn frequently. Not gonna win this year. It looks like it's gonna be the Cubs year. I used to love the Cubs, but when I lived in Indiana, so many people love the Cubs. I hate the Cubs now. And now they look pretty much unbeatable. Just killing it. Jake Arrieta and everybody, it's just insane. I think last time we came in a little too close on our turn to Kansas City. This time we came in we actually went out a little too far. I'm gonna get that down to 3,300. Doing just fine on fuel. Hey, I lost the arch. Oh, there it is, right there. I guess we can give it a little flyby before we actually turn into our approach over there. Out to the right a little more, we'll be able to see it better. if you can see the ballpark. I don't know that that's in there. I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like it, but that looks like it's a dome. Oh, it's right here. Can't remember the name of their ballpark. What speed are we at? That's some big arena. Maybe that's the ballpark in the arch. Very cool. Alright, I guess we gotta get back to flying. We're about to go too far again. What's new to that? Yeah, I just can't remember the exact heading of that runway. Well, this almost looks like it's right on it. Yeah, we've gone too far. That's alright, we were sightseeing. Pause this for a second. Alright, unpausing it. I think someone's here. We need to get on the ground now. Turn GPS off. There we go. Glide slope is above us. Heard that dog barking. I was like, good, jeez. So we gotta go back out to the left a little more. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Glide slope is coming down. Glide slope is coming down. It's exciting. Like I said, we're on the left side. Clear to the left. Glide slope. Alright, capture the glide slope. Turn that back down to normal. Oh, jeez. That's gonna be us. Yeah, of course we're further away from the parking area, probably. Looks like that's the terminal and everything. So who knows?
Charlie Tango 783 cleared to land.
It's just starting to get jagged too.
Cleared to land.
Although there's so much scenery in the area.
Charlie Tango 783.
Easy to understand why. Yeah, we're down to 15, 16, 17. All the way down to 13. You see how they did like the photo kind of scenery? I don't like that. It looks fine from the air, but as you get closer and closer to the ground, it just doesn't look very good. And you're right at the airport, so it's when you're landing, you know? That's when you're closest to the ground. It doesn't quite make sense to me. But I mean, overall, it's still pretty good scenery. I just don't care for how they do that. One notch of flaps coming out. You know, like I say, from high up in the air, it's fine. It just doesn't. Gears come down. Doesn't seem appropriate for the area right around an airport. Yeah, I'm more pressed for time, and they put me further just away. Alright, second notch of flaps coming out. About 800 feet up. We put full flaps. Alright. Bring up the autopilot. Alright. Bring up the throttle a little bit. Let me trim this out. It has trimmed way down, trying to compensate for those flaps coming out.
St. Louis
500.
It's kind of a fuzzy in green, too.
Southeast inbound ILS, runway 29, approach. Frontier flight 29er.
What?
St. Louis
Oh,
Tower,
right.
fly straight in, runway 29er, altimeter 3016. Frontier flight 29er.
Get over to the right. We've got
to land,
5 knot
runway
wind
29er.
coming at us
Follow the
to the
aircraft on
left.
final. Clear
Slow
to
down
land,
and get
runway
down.
29er. Frontier flight 29er 4.
Come on, girl.
St. Louis Tower, convoy 5356, 7
There we go.
miles southeast inbound ILS.
Had to
runway
fight it there for a second.
Takeoff 5356, St. Louis Tower, fly straight in, runway 29er, altimeter 3016. Take straight in, runway 29er.
So I want to slow down a little
Convoy
bit.
5356. Takeoff 5356, cleared to land, runway 29er, number 2 for landing. Followed about A319 on final.
Oh, she just doesn't want to get left.
Cleared to land, runway 29er, number 2, convoy 5356.
I thought that wind was going to help it blow us over because I'd been fighting it and then it just didn't want
St.
to.
Louis Tower, American 1540 is 11 miles southeast inbound ILS, runway 29er.
Looks like you will not go right.
Charlie
left,
Tango
I should say.
783, exit runway when able.
Alright,
American
well, we got this
1540,
high-speed taxiway.
St. Louis Tower, fly straight in, runway 29er.
Tried to test.
Altimeter
It's coming from the other
3016.
direction is the problem.
Make straight in,
People are
runway
coming
29er,
into
American
land, so we're going
1540.
off here.
Charlie Tango 783, contact ground on 121.65.
Alright, we're out of the way. Acknowledge that.
121.65 for Charlie
She's
Tango
jagged.
783.
Talk to the ground. Landing in strobe. We're going to go to parking.
St. Louis round,
Way.
Charlie Tango
Stop the
783,
recording.
taxi to parking. Charlie Tango 783,
SFK
taxi to
K1.
parking. In taxiway Sierra, Foxtrot, Kilo 1.
Acknowledge that. And we need our progressive taxi.
In taxiway Sierra, Foxtrot, Kilo 1. Charlie Tango 783.
Yeah, much better weather here than in Kansas City. All that rain. Rain is coming across the east. I know tomorrow is supposed to be cold here in May. And then the day after, I guess Tuesday is supposed to start rain. Well, just probably all the rain we're going to get, maybe. Alright, so we didn't back up the airport. That's a good thing. I always feel bad, even though, I mean, it is a simulation. It's not real planes, but I feel bad when I make people go around. Let's see, I don't know where the parking is going to be. I don't have a ton of experience with this airport. We don't fly here ever. We should fly here more. Maybe an air hauler 2. Put up a base here in Kansas City. I guess we would leave Wichita. Oh, see, he had to go around. That passengers are pissed. They gotta go around. Yeah, it's just there's something about Wichita that I really like, but I mean, I don't know. The only thing is, this one's kind of jagged, but I mean, we would turn down the settings. Usually I don't, especially when you're in one of the bigger aircraft, I don't run the settings this high, especially in an area like this. And that texture is just flashing horribly. I noticed that when I was checking up the elevation to make sure I didn't have to correct anything, and I did. So I'm glad I checked it. And that's like the one bad thing about this airport is that texture right there. We are clear. Comes somebody else into land. He should be able to get down. It's the other guy that got screwed. These look like some bigger planes. They're not really.
St. Louis close ground. Frontier Flight 2904. Request taxi to the gate. Frontier Flight 2904.
Frontier.
Taxi to Gate Charlie 15. Using taxiway Sierra Delta Tango.
You probably just got off just in time. Got off the
Charlie
runway.
15 via taxiway Sierra Delta Tango. Frontier Flight 2904.
Is there some American Airlines over there? I can't tell. No, well, they look kind of whitish. I guess think it is American, just not as silvery. What is that guy? Southwest, Southwest, what are you doing?
Position caution is departing Boeing 737.
I see him over there.
Tango 783. Continue taxis.
Well, maybe that's not him.
Roger, Charlie Tango 783.
Of course, we come in on the farthest runway to the left and taxi clear to the right. I don't know why it has to be like that. I hear engines, I don't see anybody. With Southwest, that couldn't have been him taking off. That was like somebody going over to the airport. Very low style. I really need to get this parked to see who came to the house. It's got me taxiing clear around the airport. That's how it works, though. That's how it always works. Now, yeah, we got to cross all the runways. The other two that we could have come in on. But FSX said no. Everyone's got to come in on 29. Was it F1? I thought it was K. Was there an F? I thought it was, maybe it was FSFKK1, something like that?
American 1540, taxi to the gate. American 1540, taxi to Gate Charlie 9er, using taxiway Sierra Delta Tango.
There's a stock Boeing.
Taxiing to Gate Charlie
Is that a
9er,
stock
using
Boeing?
taxiway Sierra Delta Tango. American 1540.
It looks like it's a 787. Man, why has no one made a good 787 yet? That and the A390 or A380 and A340. I wish someone would make good payware scenery for that. That's like a 787. That's kind of a big deal with that plane. I'm surprised like PMDG hasn't said, yeah, that's the one we want to do. And no one's made the A380. I find that hard to believe. Although there's Project Airbus, but that's not payware quality, right? And the A340 seems like a big plane. A300s. I don't know why no one's made those either. By the way, why couldn't we park back there? Why do we have to come literally the furthest way? I'm thinking about just parking here. Because like I say, I really need to get off here. There it turns left. It's never surprising. It's the parking areas are always the furthest away. I guess that makes sense because all your main passengers are over in the terminals, so you want to get them out the quickest. Cargo planes and park planes, I guess, would park the furthest away. UPS 747 overflight. But when we move up into the passenger jets, we will be going to the terminals all the time, gates. So that'll be nice. And look, they say go to the very end. Screw you, wow. Yeah, I guess we'll go over there. There's no point in parking here. They got equipment over there just waiting on us, I'm sure. Just for us. We gotta go through the cones to get there. Well, that's just... yeah. We'll go around it. Alright.
St. Louis Ground 3518.
We're here.
Taxi to the gate. 3518. Taxi to Tape Golf.
Parking brake comes on.
Echo, November.
Actually, no, I don't want to go up there. That view
Tape Golf 45. Taxiway Echo,
screws us
November.
up.
3518.
Taxi light comes off. Cut the fuel. Now we can go up there. Pitot heat and prop heat can come off. Nav and beacon. Open the door. Av 2, Av 1, Gen 2, Gen 1, Bat 2. Oh. Retracting the flaps. How do I always forget that? Not always. But a lot of times. Alright, they're retracted, so now we can turn the battery off. They not, I guess they were totally retracted. Alright. Now we're all set. Close up the door. Let's head over to FsPassengers and end this flight. 206 nautical miles. A little bit further than I thought it was going to be. Time airborne 103.55. Flight time 1:21:06. Time on the ground 20 minutes 15 seconds. Average speed 193.88 knots. Climb time 7 minutes 24 seconds. Cruise time 38:05. Average cruise speed was 252.13 knots. Descent time 18:26. Landing speed 70.95. Is a lot better. We've slowed down some. Landing touchdown 148.5 feet a minute. Which is a kiss. Landing pitch 2.39 degrees. Landing weight 9,340 pounds. Used 511 pounds of fuel. 81 on the climb, 295 on the cruise. Wow, I didn't throttle down at all, as you can see. 465 pounds an hour. 134 on the descent. Made 1,102 on the ticket, 71 on the cargo. Used 345 fuel, 8 airports taxes, 81 insurance, bringing in 1,449. Times of 50, 72,450. Fleet brought in 94,572, bringing in just 167,022. I thought we should be 98% because of the daggone rain. So we increased 0.26% to 95.37. 230 bonus points, 50 for the smooth landing, 100 for the good flight, 30 for the landing at the scheduled airport, and 50 because of the bad weather during takeoff. Not landed. Do you want to abort this flight? What? And I got a black screen. Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully this does not just screw us up. I think it might have though. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next flight.